Following last month's devastating earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria, some of the survivors in Syria are still struggling for better life and living in the fear of aftershocks. After going through a distressing experience, the survivors are also in a worrisome state about their future amid severe effects of the earthquake disaster. Thousands of people were reported dead and millions were left homeless in the Asian country. Let's have more details of that in this report.
With a few alternatives to what he can call a home, Mohammed Aslan has been living in a tent for the past month after the devastating earthquake robbed him of his home. He struggles to get by day after day with daily necessities such as food, water, and products for basic hygiene a scarce resource. But what Mohammed and many other survivors of the earthquake struggle with the most is fear. Fear that the earthquakes will strike again and that what little they have will be taken away. Fear of what the future holds. Fear that life will never be the same again.
We lived on the 6th floor. The top floor in the building was not serviced and was incomplete. Our homes were damaged and the rooms had cracked walls. They are no longer suitable to live in. Now we have no alternative but to live in a tent. We are getting over the trauma of the earthquake, but now I worry about our safety. We can't sleep because the tents have no doors. They are always open and there is no security or privacy.
Meanwhile, Abdelmanam Najm chose to stay in his house despite the damage brought on by the earthquake.
When the earthquake hit, the whole house cracked from top to bottom. There are cracks in the walls of the kitchen and other rooms. We're afraid that the walls will fall on us. When the earthquake happened, the wall almost exploded.
Yahya Jammeh, who has been displaced from his home in Mardat al-Noman, has found shelter in the Mulham village in Azaz. The village was established by the Mulham volunteer team to house those displaced from the border between Syria and Turkey.
When the earthquake happened, we couldn't understand what was going on. When it stopped, came to Mulham village with a few things I had left. There were some administrative problems at first. However, after the village administrator realized my wife had just given birth, they gave us a good house to live in.
In Syria alone, the earthquake has taken over 5,000 lives, while millions more suffer from its impact, with the humanitarian aid still trickling in as a result of the existing conflict and economic crisis that has already been plaguing the country.